During the blackout, a few snaps are heard, followed by yells of confusion. Lights up on a tiny storage closet. A single boy is seen dragging a sobbing girl into the closet by her wrist. The two push a rack of supplies up against the door to barricade it. After a long pause, the boy finally speaks.
So, I didn't get your name.
The girl does not respond.
Hello, it's going to be a long time. Might as well start the whole icebreakers process right now.
Why a long time?
Well, it'll take a while for the cops to get in here.
There are no cops. It's a drill.
It's not a drill.
It's a drill!
Shh, be quiet, please.
It's a drill!
Wait. All right, Jesus.
The boy takes off his jacket and hands it to the girl.
What's this?
You're shivering. And you can wipe your nose on it. I'll wash my jacket. What about those shots?
There are sound effects. The theater department put something together for today. It's just to scare us. Totally fake noises.
The school cut arts funding last year. Why do you think there's money in the budget to pay for that caliber of sound effect?
The government? They could have paid for it?
You think?
Of course.
No offense, but that is the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
Somebody has to pay. They've just got to.
We are paying, you and I, by being here. We are paying for somebody to do something.
Look, it'll all be over soon, in a matter of minutes.
After this is over, will you say hi to me in the hallways?
I don't even know your name.
Let's change that. Jeremy.
Allison.
So, Allison, is this the start of a lifelong friendship or something more significant?
I don't know what you're trying to get at.
If we survive, will you and I gather together in a 10-year reunion? Possibly will we have the same therapist? You say, oh, this one's not too great with the cognitive stuff. I say, this one is excellent. He even gives you Halloween candy each year. It's a joke, but for trauma.
Where did the if we survive come from? What's up with the if?
Reality, being realistic.
Okay. Well, I respectfully disagree then. I believe that perspective is more important than reality.
Go on.
I've been reading all these books about philosophy. They call it legal weed because sometimes it just blows your mind. Anyway, the law of attraction states that whatever you think it's true is bound to correlate with real life. So, Jeremy, it's been established that you believe we're going to die. I believe it's a drill. Let's get onto the same page so that I can still make it to practice in the next 10 minutes.
From outside, doors slam.
Practice. Oh, I forgot you were one of them.
Excuse me?
You heard me, one of those sluts.
You mean a cheerleader?
Same thing.
Do the both of us a favor and shut up. How did you even know I cheer?
I see you and your second in commands, and each and every one of you is faker than this philosophical attitude.
Well, you haven't seen what we can do.
I have. I'm just not impressed. Doesn't it suck that pep rallies are mandatory? Seems a bit fascism-y. Being forced to chant stuff or risk suspension.
How would you like it if I criticized whatever it is that you do for fun? Poking fun at women or whatever.
Reading the news. Trying to get above a 2.0 GPA.
So you're one of those brainiacs who pride themselves on being the biggest douche in the room? Who really peaked in high school but doesn't want to admit it?
I peaked? Seems to be the other way around.
That is not true. I have plans.
Yeah, you and everyone else.
Really? Then what are yours?
To figure it out.
Did you have an answer to that question? Or...
I'm riding by the seat of my pants. It's how you live.
A scream. This goes ignored.
It's how people wind up homeless, living under a pier, begging for change from the people who have a clue about how this world works.
I just don't see the point in planning for a future that might not even be there. It leads to sadness.
Everything does.
No, I mean, if you make plans and they don't come true, it's devastating. If you plan out meticulously how life is going to turn out, and even one minuscule detail winds up different, your wife is a redhead instead of a brunette, you drive a Rolls Royce instead of a Ferrari, that's some stupid, convoluted misery. But it's devastating and it trickles down to the bigger stuff too. If you want something as small as to live in the city, I want to live in Portland instead of spending my entire life in a 5-mile radius. What happens if the moving truck falls off a cliff while you're in it, holding your breath to finally have your dreams come true, and then...
Is that why you don't like plans?
Nobody has control over when they die. Don't you think that's terrifying? The way I live is always imagining what is right out of view. I imagine some guy behind me just putting a bullet into the back of my head. That's why I'm always looking for the fastest exits in every room. Even right before I go to sleep. You never know. I just don't want all these eternal plans, destinies to be over. In case my destiny is to be shot. I won't have any reason to feel disappointed. You don't know, do you?
I'm aware. That's why they tell you to live life to the fullest. On the posters in the guidance offices. All those bullshit pamphlets. So you're convinced that you're going to get shot. So you want to shoot up a school. So you're a total creep.
What has Little Miss Perfect done to get handed guidance counselor pamphlets?
Lots of things. Terrible crimes against humanity.
This is a new Allison. I'm liking her.
Well, I've never stolen, but
I have. It's fun.
Where did you steal from?
The school cafeteria.
Of all the places to steal from, why frozen pizza and fries?
It's so cool. I take it that you've never done it?
No, because I'm not a reprobate. I want to go to Penn State, not the state pen.
So here's what you do. You grab food and take a spot in the lunch line. At the beginning of the period when it's really long. Most people like to do the chat and cut, but when you want to steal, let as many people go in front of you as you can and eat really fast so that by the time it's your turn to pay, you've already eaten everything. That's when there's this adrenaline rush. Yeah, I did it.
Is food stealing supposed to be a metaphor for something?
Yeah.
How high are you?
5'4". Stealing food is the best part of the day. Not because of the free food, just because it's fun. It's something to look forward to.
Okay, then.
Do you ever get this scared anywhere else?
I'm not scared. Because it's a drill? Okay, only 5th graders get scared by these.
A sound from outside, maybe some shuffling of feet.
5th graders?
Yeah, my sister Nora, she came home crying the first day. Half the classroom were, because they're idiots. And the children are already idiots for crying because that gives them away to, well, you know who.
Voldemort?
Be serious for 5 minutes. All those kids at the elementary school, when they're hiding under desks, as if that works, they're sobbing, playing little games to pass the time and waiting. They don't have cell phones yet, so all they can do is wait. They sit there making all the noise that they can, like normal playground speak, but barely hushed. They don't have an ounce of common sense.
Because they're kids.
What? That prevents them from dying? I don't think so.
You're getting scared. It's sinking in. You're realizing it's not a drill.
I'm not.
You can be open with me.
Why?
If we're going to die here, I don't want it to be with somebody who can't let me in on how they feel. It's weird, like this urge I have to not feel totally alone right now. I have you, and it'll just have to do.
Jeremy.
What is it now?
I don't mind being here with you.
I'm going to take you on the greatest date you have ever had after this is all over.
And it's gonna be over.
Soon. Really soon.
Yep.
They're going to find us. We're the last ones.
I sure hope so.
There is pounding at the door. Blackout.